probably about 9 years old when I started really knowing that music was my path. It was my passion, and it was all I wanted to do. And getting to work with some of the greats and listening to them from the side of the stage and watching them for so many years, and watching my parents, I just knew that it felt like home, and it felt like home to be on the road. Even though I know, looking back, it seems funny to me that I was that young, I felt like kind of a little businesswoman, if you will. I just wanted to make relationships and connections and go to Nashville and get to write with people and write the songs that I loved and songs that I'd listened to, like this album I've just made, Eternal. That's what fed the love of country music for me, was growing up on this kind of music. And so music for me has always been like breathing, you know, it's been second nature, and I've been doing it since I was 8 years old. And it's all I've ever wanted to do. I just love performing for people, and the feeling that the crowd and I have when I'm on stage, just that feeling of oneness. And like there's no walls in between us. And even telling a joke and having them laugh is a gift. I hope I can keep making music for the rest of my life.
Well, I was born to run, to get ahead of the rest. And now that I want was to be the best, just to feel free and be someone. I was born to be fast, I was born to run.
You know, it was really my husband's idea to start recording the cover album, because we had been singing on stage, Help Me Make It Through the Night, and Leave It On Your Mind, and the audience reacted to it so much, but they also loved the style that I sang, I guess, the soulfulness that I brought to the songs. I'm really proud of this album. I'm really excited.
And I have never been afraid of losing.
Sweetest Thing is one of those songs when I was about 13. I think that was a really big hit. The coolest thing to me was being in high school and having my first real crush, and feeling like I was falling in love and wanting to feel that you are my everything, you're my sunshine, you're my rain. When I was even that age, I knew I wanted to record that song and put it out one day as a remake, and the great thing is it hasn't been remade, and I'm really excited to get it on my album and to get it to the fans and everybody else, because it's so fantastic. What a great song.
Sweetest thing I've ever known is loving you.
Yeah, one of the things I've been doing for the last few years is working in the studio with young girls, producing and co-writing with them, and really kind of helping them through the process of coming to Nashville and chasing their dreams. And I've absolutely just loved it. It's been an incredible time, but I've really noticed that some of the girls don't even know who Patsy Cline is, and that is a travesty as far as I'm concerned. It's like we have this amazing history. Going to the Grand Ole Opry is another, you know, top 5 things to do in Nashville for me that I tell everybody. You have to go visit the Grand Ole Opry, and getting to sing on there is like a blessing. You know, it's one of my favorite things to do. So I really think that this album speaks to those of us who love the history of country music, and it's got some traditional sides to it, but it also has kind of a soulfulness, a bluesy, soulful country, which is my favorite. I was working with Rochelle Lene. We really hit it off and started co-writing together, and it just seemed to make sense to start a label, you know, and have her be the flagship artist for the label that we started, Momentum Label Group. And I've been really enjoying seeing the other side of things and getting creative for somebody else and kind of helping them A&R, you know, what songs they want to cut, image-wise, working with different stylists. And I really enjoy the creative process on all kinds of levels, so it's been a dream gig for me. When I heard the melody of One Day I Walk, it was just such a beautiful melody, had a little bit of bluegrass to it. It's like, one day I walk in flowers, one day I walk on stones. I think I love the way it's kind of like one day you're up and one day you're down, you know, and you never know when hard times are going to hit, you know, and you just have to weather it and enjoy every moment, you know, and work your way through it.
One day I shall be home.
Golden Ring is one of those fun songs that I think everybody loves to sing. It's kind of, you could sing it at karaoke, you could drag up, you know, your friend and embarrass him. Everyone's gonna know the song.
It's just a cold metallic thing, only love can
was written by one of my good buddies, Ray Van Hoy, and it's always been a favorite of mine to perform. And Andy Griggs is so much fun, but besides the fact that he's a great friend and he has a great voice, just his soulfulness that he brings to the table whenever he sings, and his raw passion for music and love of music.
One thing's for certain, I don't love you anymore, and throws down the ring as she walks out the door.
I just really wanted him to be on my album, and this is the perfect song for us. We have a ball performing it together, and I hope everyone's going to like it because it's a really great song.
They wanna rock me.
Rock Me in the Cradle of Love, that's a really cool song. I love the bluesiness to it. It was written by a friend of mine, Ray Van Hoy, and recorded by his ex-wife, Deborah Allen. And I really love the bluesiness and the dobro, the way it starts. I think it's a really cool song, and I was looking forward to singing something that had more of a blues element to it because I don't necessarily write songs like that. So it's kind of different for me. And really, recording anybody else's song is kind of a challenge because you're stepping outside your comfort zone. It's not something you've written and made your own. It's kind of something that you've got to slip into someone's shoes and then make them your own, and prove what you kind of bring to the table that's new about the song. So that's what I loved about making this album, is it was a real challenge for me.
He moves his lips in little ways that let me know he's in heaven too. He's snoring again, and I'm wide awake.
We did put an original song on there, and it is possibly the funniest song I've ever written. That's a song that I co-wrote with my dad, and it's about the partner that you have to sleep next to every night that keeps you up incessantly with that snoring. And so many people relate to this song. I mean, every night when I do this song, there's a part in the song that's kind of like a solo, and I say, "And you know who you are out there," you know, talking about all the snoring people. And you've got wives out there elbowing their husbands or pointing to him, you know, and letting me know on stage, "Hey, I'm with you," you know. And so it just became so much of a fun song to perform. You know, I've done it at the Opry and gotten great response, and just people saying, "Where can I get that song?" that we had to include it on the album. It's also very traditional sounding, and so it goes really well with the rest of the songs on there, and just can't wait for people to hear it. I think they're going to have a good laugh. You know, I think music is so much a part of who we are, and I think these songs have been around for so many years. A lot of them the audience are already going to know, and some of them are going to be new to the listeners. There's something about performing a song that's kind of tried and true when you go out there on stage and you can really put your heart and soul into it. One of the most gratifying things is the audience connecting to your music, and sometimes that's with your own original songs, but sometimes it's with a great cover song. It's hard to find the songs that really have that deeper level of lyric and that big soaring chorus. So for me, it's just magical to be able to bring it to life again and to put something out there that reminds people of this great music that's still around.
The sweetest thing